Coach.
Yep.
That windscreen function of the fashion.
Pretty much, yeah. With the rubber band, yeah.
Looks good.
Pretty sweet, huh? No.
What color is that?
Out of here.
How you guys doing?
It's green. Matte.
The rubber band.
Yeah, it's green.
All right, so third day of pads. The guys they did good. They had a good practice. You could feel the energy for being the third day in pads right now was pretty good. They were into it. They were pretty detailed in regards to the whole day, and so now we'll kick it back tomorrow with a little 10-10-10, and before you know it, we'll be going against Cincy.
How many reps you getting in the fourth quarter on Thursday?
I know. I'll tell you what. I think we might have to go with Rags first. He was throwing the ball pretty well, but yeah, it's hey, got to show the guys out there we can have a little fun, right, and compete, and I got to always just challenge myself too, because before you know it, it's going to be gone.
What was the scouting report on you in the Arena League? What, like, your self-scouting?
Slow, not very strong, decent arm, and hopefully they say gritty and tough. I kind of like that.
Did Fuller say anything to you after he picked
He
off?
got me. I can't believe he got that. That's ridiculous that I let that happen. That's unacceptable. So he doesn't. The thing with Fuller is he doesn't have to say much. He just kind of gives you that look, and it's actually worse by him not saying anything. So I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'm gonna evaluate myself and see where I was, and then if there's any drops in there, those guys are gonna hear it. I'm gonna get on them.
Well, doesn't it help that the team bond with you more? Do you have some levity too at this point?
I hope so. That's what it's all about, inevitably. Us being together, being close. For the players to feel like, hey, there's no separation between players and coaches. We're all one, and I think it just kind of brings you together, and it just kind of happened for us, and I hope they enjoyed it. I hope they had fun with it. The wideouts were coming up to me telling me what routes they wanted instead of listening from the quarterback, so they were excited. I could tell. It was pretty cool.
I know that mistakes still bother you. They obviously bothered Mitch. It seems like he's really cut down on them. Where have you seen his greatest improvement?
He has. He's getting to see right now on tape. He's watching a lot of film, and on tape he's able to see now how it fits versus a particular defense. And it's hard because right now our defense is seeing a lot of the same plays, and so they're seeing formation tendencies that we're not scheming at all. And so there's going to be tighter windows for him. And yesterday he had several of those. I talked about the anticipation. Today I thought he followed it up. And so the one thing with him that you noticed is even if he has a really good throw, it's the same as if there's a poor throw. Is he's just right to the very next play. He might feel good about it, but then after 5 seconds, it's okay. Get the play call, stay in that routine, and roll.
What percentage of the playbook is he digested? Do you ever worry about giving him too much?
No, I don't worry about it. I do worry about it during the season. That's when it matters. Right now, we're not worried about how much volume we give him. Number-wise, I don't know, maybe 65% if it's just kind of guess. Yeah.
Mark the other day referenced Mitch when he gets the play call. You can kind of see him ticking through, protection, formation, personnel group, all that stuff.
Yeah.
What can you guys do as coaches to just hasten that up for him, make him more comfortable, make him have that type of command?
So the key on that is the coach to quarterback communication. If it's choppy, if it's not the same every single time, it's different for him, then it's harder for him. So it's got to be a routine to where whatever that is, whether it's the personnel first and then the formation and then the play, or whether it's a reminder first, then the personnel, then the play, then whatever that is. And then Mark and I will do the same thing since we're continuing to kind of juggle that and go back and forth so that he hears the same thing regardless of whose voice it is. So it's important. We don't want him going up to the clock with 14 seconds to go with the stuff we have in this offense. That'll hurt us.
Matt, what value have you seen from having Coach Ragone here with you, who was with Mitch for a whole year? So
there's a lot of importance to that. Number one, I respect Rags really as a person, and then as a player when he played. He's a very bright coach. He understands. He played the position. So I keep going back to that. When you coach this position, and when you have played it, you immediately garner respect from the players. So they automatically have that. But he'll come to me, and I'm liking it now because he's coming to me a little bit more and more and giving me some feedback, which is crucial. And so that tells me he's starting to feel comfortable in his role and where we're at. And I just really like the rhythm that we're at between the three of us right now, with and really the quarterbacks too.
Does he have some things about Mitch that he kind of tell you that you're still not familiar with yet?
No. He's I was in that role for 5 years in Kansas City, and so he's closer to those guys than I am. And if my communication with Rags isn't on, then we'll be off. So that's so important, and that's kind of what Coach Reed and myself did in Kansas City. He understood that that's, Coach Reed made a statement that the most you'll ever know this game at that position and what you're doing is as a coordinator or as a position coach. When you start becoming a head coach, you fade away from it a little bit. So it's important to stay in it with those coaches.
What are the things he's coming to you with? What's an example of something that Dave might come to you with?
Just a certain play, why he likes one play versus another.
Are you able to tell us starters playing time at all?
I'm not there yet. That's tomorrow night is when we'll get together as a staff. We have kind of an idea, but we don't know. There's some thoughts that we have with certain guys, and so for the rest of the league, this is number one for them. So we're kind of in that same boat, but we're going to hammer that through tomorrow night.
Mitchell play?
Yeah.
Is Roquan physically down here? Are you talking to him? Do you worry if he's not here soon, he might not be able to play in the preseason?
No news on that. No news.
Anybody else? Thanks, guys.
What have you seen from Iggy as he's gotten back in?
Well, he's finally been back out here, and he's moving around. He's trying to get that strength back and just get into football shape. So he's working every day, and hopefully we can get him out there.
What's Bellamy's deal?
Bellamy has a shoulder, so yeah.
Isaiah Irving?
Isaiah Irving is a ankle. Yeah, so he hurt his ankle a little bit yesterday, so we're just kind of pushing through that. Okay?
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
It's not going to be 5 minutes. Don't lie to me.
Week 7. What are you getting from the live drills that you haven't gotten before?
What am I getting from the live drills that I haven't gotten before? I think any live action where the offense and defense are just going full go and guys are flying around, moving speed. I mean, you're just getting flying bodies around you, and it's good to get that feel of the game, and it'll be nice to get in the preseason, get some reps for the ones this week. But, I mean, you just got to keep getting better in practice every single day, and I think that's what we're doing, just getting used to the speed. And as we go more and more back through these installs, going through review, the game's starting to slow down for us, especially on offense because everything's new to us. But that just allows us to play faster, and I think the more time we have, the more reps we have, it just slows down for us in practice, and that's what's good about going live.
The last time we talked to you, you talked about minimizing mistakes. It looks like you've done that, and Matt said that a lot of that's been from film work. Where are you seeing that kind of effort off the field pay off?
Yeah, definitely. Everything just slows down. You watch the film and you just go back and don't make the same mistake twice. So you write it down, you study it, you find out the why for why you made the mistake. Bad decision, bad read, bad footwork. For me, it's usually one of those three, and then just go back and correct it. But we're out here taking risk. We're figuring out what throws I can make and what throws maybe we should just hold off on, and what routes and what works good and timing and everything out here. So we just go back, watch the film, don't make mistakes. But we're out here getting better, and we're testing it to the limit every day to see what I can do and see what this offense is capable of. So we definitely gotten better every single day.
What do you hope to carry the ball?
What do you hope to accomplish? Go ahead, Rich.
So you carry the ball in the end zone. What excites you about this offense and the opportunity it offers you as a ball carrier?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just another option for the defense to account for, and I think me running the ball will help our running backs and help our receivers get open and hopefully take some pressure off our O-line. And sometimes things break down and the defense gets a good blitz, but hopefully we'll be able to overcome that if I could scramble and make a play. So you might have the perfect call on defense, but if I could scramble and make something happen, I think that's just another great option for our offense. And then we'll have some design stuff, and that'll just hopefully open up all the other playmakers down the road to make the run game even better for the running backs and the pass game even more wide open.
When you say the design stuff, what are the challenges for you executing that in general? What are things you have to be on? Just
practice, and I'm not ever live in practice, so just getting better throughout the games and the regular season, just knowing when to get down, knowing when I could get as much yards as possible, when to get out of bounds, and taking care of the ball and taking care of my body and just staying healthy for this team. But also staying aggressive and trying to create a challenge for the defense.
How would you describe your relationship with Coach Ragone?
I'm sorry?
How would you describe your relationship with Coach Ragone? What does he help you with?
Great relationship. Coach Ragone helps me with everything. He knows me better than anyone in the building because we just spent so much time together, and he was here from last year as well. So he knows how I learn. He knows what drives me, what gets me going, and he comes out here and pushes me every day and expects the best out of me. So we're pushing each other every day. He's definitely made me better, and I love learning from Coach Ragone, just how what drives him as well, and how detailed he is in his work, and how he expects it from me every single drill, no matter what we're doing.
Mitch, you look really comfortable with the deep ball. Is that accurate, and if so, why?
I would say just a lot of practice. And getting a lot of reps with it. So that's the one thing I practice after practice every day, long balls, and you can't always get it throughout practice every day, so I'm making sure I'm getting those throws and just repetition, and then having Coach call him. He's calling a lot of shots down the field, and he's trusting me with the ball, so we're going to take those shots, and like I said, we're going to test it before, but we want to come down with completions. We want to complete the ball downfield, spread the defense out, and back them up, so it opens up the run game and intermediate routes as well. So it's my job to take shots, practice it, make sure I'm on the money when we go down the field, but also taking care of the football and just being consistent and moving the ball.
Coach Nagy said your relationship with Allen Robinson has been really close during training camp because he didn't have that time during OTAs. What has he been doing? What have you been doing to kind of grow that chemistry?
Yeah, just becoming real close, talking a lot on and off the field, their lockers next to each other, going to lunch with each other, eating, just spending a lot of time. That's me, Allen, and really all the receivers. I mean, the more time we can spend together, just the more trust we're going to have on the field. And when you build that trust and that chemistry, it really just comes down to timing and me putting the ball in the right spot and him just going up and doing what he does and making plays. And it's really coming along real nice. And we're just getting along. We're just becoming brothers, really. We're building this family, me, him, and everyone else on offense. And when you have that trust, it just comes down to execution, knowing what to do, and going out there and do it, and having your ability to do it. So,
what specifically have you learned about Allen over the last couple of weeks?
He loves football. He's hungry to be great, and he's a very driven individual, and that motivates me to get him the ball and have everything I'm doing together as well. So I better be on top of my A game because I know he's bringing it every day too, and that motivates me as a quarterback just to come out here and be my best.
You're building that trust with Anthony Miller as well.
Yeah, definitely, all of them. Anthony's one of the guys as well. Just the new guys coming in, you try to build it with everybody, but you can kind of see it's just been clicking between me and Allen and Anthony, just getting on the same page. And these are guys that are motivated. They want the ball. They're hungry within this offense, and they definitely have the ability to do so. So Anthony comes out here and working every day, and he's learning the offense, and he's doing a great job for a rookie, and he's creating amazing separation that makes it easy for me as a quarterback to get him the ball. So we're having a lot of fun, and we're building great relationships on and off the field, and it's helping this offense.
Mitch, we talked to Matt yesterday and today about the quality of your practice. He said yesterday particularly anticipation, accuracy, and today it was a follow-up day. For you, what did it feel like to have things clicking here? What do you take away from a good couple of days where you feel like you're hitting your targets?
Yeah, definitely. I would just say it's clicking, and I am feeling it. I'm feeling that anticipation. The offense is starting to slow down. The installs have become smaller and smaller, and we just become more specific with what we're running on a day-to-day, week-to-week, and I'm able to process faster, and that just allows me to play faster, getting out of the huddle, faster tempo, and I just go through my reads, and I know exactly where the ball needs to go, and that's when I could really just throw it and dice them up. So we're having a lot of fun out there, and that's when everything's fun, when we're just not thinking too much, going out there, playing fast, and executing, and that's when I feel I can put the ball wherever I want on the field.
What has allowed this offense to pick up the install at this speed?
What has allowed?
Yeah, everybody around you.
The players just dedicating themselves to the playbook, and then just great coaching. Great teaching by Coach Nagy and his staff, just the details, the time they spent, and really how they teach it to us and spend the time on all the details, and just allows us to process everything and learn the offense as fast as possible. And then I would just say the experienced quarterbacks, having Chase and Tyler, guys who have been in the offense, they do a great job explaining it to the players and to me, and helping our coaches get those points across that are crucial to learn and allow us to execute our offense.
What do you like about watching Nagy throw one-on-one drills in
Oh, it's awesome. He got warmed up this morning, and he had to get that arm ready to go. But we're out here having fun every day. So this is the best game in the world, and luckily we get to come out here and practice every day. And for him to hop in, it shows that we're just out here having fun, and you love to have a coach throw a couple dimes on the defense. So it was fun to have him in one-on-ones.
Are you going to grade this video?
What's up? Oh yeah, we're gonna go back and grade all Coach Nagy's throws for sure. He'll be hard on himself too. Thanks guys.
Thank you.